Welcome to another episode of Destiny Lore and Theories. In this episode, we'll take a close look at one of the greatest heroes in Destiny's lore, Rezyl Azzir. Hope blossomed. To Rezyl, it was a currency. Hope bought tomorrow. Tomorrow bought the effort needed to survive today. The legend of Rezyl Azzir takes place long ago, before the last city was even known as a city. Rather, it was a collection of small settlements sprawled beneath the once mighty traveler. Similarly, Rezyl was not actually called a Titan, as his kind would later come to be named. Nor was he referred to as a Guardian, as he would have been today. Instead, he was known only as one of the Risen, a collection of what we could call proto-Guardians, working for various factions in the settlement. Eventually, as the people of the city became miserable and intolerant of the constantly bickering factions, many of the Risen decided that they would no longer be controlled by the greed and ambition of others, and war broke out between those who still supported the factions and those who did not. Eventually, humanity was attacked by fallen scavengers, and both the Risen and the factions turned their attention to the common threat. A new war broke out, this time not between humans, but with the Fallen who sought to destroy them. Rezyl was a hero in these very wars. He and the other Risen protected the fragile, blossoming city from the fallen pirates, as well as built walls surrounding the growing settlement. More and more survivors arrived every day, and the ranks of Risen, now referred to as Guardians, swelled enormously. The people of the last city began to hope for a better future, and Rezyl made it his mission to keep the darkness at bay and the people safe. So every day, Rezyl would fight and build and protect. And every day a city grew beneath the giant. And every night, he would think about all that was never said and stare intently at the moon above. While Rezyl pulled off a number of marvelous feats against the Fallen, none quite matched up to his great success against the powerful fallen Kell. Rezyl ordered the other two members of his fire team to lead a group of skiffs away from a valley at the base of a mountain. As Rezyl approached, he conferred briefly with his ghost, advising him not to stay too close and to be ready to resurrect. Despite his ghost's objections, Rezyl attacked the Fallen head-on, taking down a number of dregs but quickly succumbing to heavy aerial fire. As the proud Kell lifted the dead Guardian into the air, Rezyl's ghost quickly resurrected him. Now given the advantage of a surprise attack, Rezyl shot the Kell in the head multiple times with a hand cannon, before unleashing the fury of the powerful Fist of Havoc against the gathering Fallen. Rezyl was not only a warrior, but also a fierce protector. In a single evening, he led an untold amount of settlers to safety under the Traveler. While most were grateful for the help, there were some who chose to stay behind and risk it themselves in the fallen-infested wilderness. Rezyl admired them for their courage, but never once regretted leaving them behind, for like Guardians, they made their own fate. He knew whatever death these brave pioneers avoided that day would come to them, someday, in one form or another. One interesting thing we have learned from Rezyl's encounters with the Fallen is that the alien warriors consider the bodies of dead Guardians as one would a trophy. This has been confirmed by Varix while lending his aid to a fire team which was sent to destroy the powerful Fallen foe, Taniks. This forces us to see the Fallen in something of a conflicting light. They are technologically advanced thanks to the earlier arrival of the Traveler on their homeworld, yet they retain customs that humanity would deem primitive at best and savage at worst. Then again, while it's not a general practice, to the best of our knowledge, there is an established history of Guardians using the bones of their own enemies to fashion armor. Such examples can be found in many pieces of raid armor and weaponry, from Vault of Glass to King's Fall. It is unknown if Rezyl still lives, or if he'd long since lost his ghost and fell to any number of threats faced by the light. As Guardians seem to have at least the potential to live for centuries, so long as they're able to hold on to their ghost, the idea that Rezyl could still be with us isn't very far-fetched. That said, Destiny's Grimoire is filled with exceptions, powerful Guardians who fell and were unable to be resurrected by their ghosts. These examples we have consist of Kabir, Pahanin, virtually Eris's entire fire team, Jaren Ward, and countless more. So while it's well within the realm of possibility for Rezyl to be alive, there is just as much possibility for him to be long gone. Perhaps the upcoming Rise of Iron DLC will shine a little light on Rezyl's current state. Rezyl had been a champion of these wars, a leader. Against the fallen pirates he had been more. If the giant wasn't a god, then maybe Rezyl was. Thank you for watching today's episode of Destiny Lore and Theories. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, or leave a comment. If you'd like to keep up with my regular updates and random, usually Destiny-related thoughts, you're more than welcome to catch me on Twitter and Facebook. Until next time, Guardians.